make it anyhow unless you do what the Lord say do. Jesus told him, said, for this cause came I into the world.
All right.
I mean, I was born for this.
Right.
And I don't have no time to find no wife. I don't have no time to play around. I don't have but 3.5 years. And seeing the joy, knowing the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross. You got to endure your cross.
Yes.
And knowing that after a while, it's all going to be over.
Yes.
We're going to be called up to meet him in the air. Work while it's day, because night coming, no man can work. You got to keep on, keep on. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let the devil turn you around. Gideon was out there. There he was. And he had God. That's all you need. I don't care how many people you have. Without God, you the minority.
Right.
You don't have to be nobody but yourself. With God, you're the majority. Isn't that something? So what did he say? He said you got too many people.
The people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands.
Now God could take the Midianites by himself. They didn't even have to fight Jericho when Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. They didn't have to fight. They killed each other. I mean, the enemy killed one another, didn't they? Yeah. They were like that lawyer, confounded. God have ways of doing things that confound them. They just started killing one another. All right, so what did he say? But they had to do something. Now, God's not going to do all the fighting for them. See what I mean? They had to do something. So what did he say? You read it. Somebody reads a little faster. That's all right. Baby.
And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands.
I'm sorry. Jericho and them Joshua and them walked around until the walls fell down. This is the man that they turned them on each other when they cracked the lanterns.
Yes.
That's Jericho. When they fought Joshua, they walked around the walls. And the walls, I used to think the walls just fell over, but they beat them down into the ground. So, go ahead.
Lest Israel vaunt themselves against...
And Israel, go ahead. Go on, baby. Read on down.
My own hand has saved me. Now therefore go to, proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is fearful and afraid.
Now that's where people say, oh, this one left the church and that one left the church. But someone went to Salt Lake and someone, the Lord said, the fearful. See, this ain't no ordinary church. You're going to go through something to stay in this church. You're going to suffer some persecution. And you're going to have to be ready. Because the devil's going to meet you. And ever food is meddling. And the bishops come together against this church. They can be enemies. But when you mention Faith Temple, they all become friends and they come again. That's not normal. This little dab of people over here. And I tell you, we tab things. God sent us in there. I said, oh, Lord. I had a friend. The Lord told me to go. I said, well, that's it. I knew God was fixing to clean that church. God cleans churches out. I met Elder Colby in Salt Lake City on the street one day. And I said, Elder Colby said, I want you to leave my people alone. I said, Elder Colby, I'm not bothering your people. I said, them people belongs to God. And he didn't believe in women preachers. And I said, Elder Colby, if you don't turn them women loose, God's going to get you. Because them women was preachers. He didn't believe in women preachers. He said, just leave my people alone. I said, I'm not the bottom. I said, they belong to God. Do you know what? Well, first place, God began to take his members. And he moved to American Fork. God cleaned that church out. God can't nobody do this but God. He cleaned the church out. And then somebody took their sign. And I guess they thought we stole it. We didn't have nothing to do with it. But God pulled them out of there. I mean, the preachers he sent to our church. The others, I don't know where they went. But he was holding on to them women. And he didn't want them to preach. He didn't believe in women preaching. God just tore the church up. I mean, God can do that. When, all right, they wanted us to come over and preach. When they asked us to come preach, I said, oh, Lordy, here goes. We went to Elder Teller's. And next thing I know, I said, oh, Lord, here they come. They started coming. I mean, and I told Mother Teller, I said, Mother Teller, I said, Sister Harris, where is she tonight? She's not here. I said, Mother Teller, I said, I think Sister Harris is coming. No, she's not going nowhere. But all them preachers, mostly every one of them, some of them stayed, mostly every one of them preachers came out of that church. And he's not after their lay members. He's after his predestined ministers that he predestined and foreordained before anybody was made. Indiana! My God, and ain't nothing you can do with them. You know what? Sometimes you think, you say, well, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Is God really going to do it? God's really going to do this.
Yes, he is.
He's really going to do it. And then he showed us. Now, when they come, he said, I will make them one. I said, Lord, how can I make them one? He said, I can do it. Can't nobody do it. The theologians, the bishops, the professors, all of them say, you cannot make a people one today. It is impossible for a church to become one, or people to come one. The Lord said, if you give it to me, I'll make them one. Overnight, God brought that oneness. I mean, with an understanding. All right? So, if God's in it, and I know he is, you count it. Go ahead and read that real quick.
Let him return and depart.
Now, wait, let's go back. Who goes back? The fearful?
Whosoever is fearful and afraid.
Whosoever is fearful and afraid, you go back. You go on back because I can't use you. Because what I'm fixing to do, it takes some boldness.
Yes. Going on, Mom.
Yeah, it takes some boldness. What God's fixing to do, it takes some boldness. If you're not bold, Lord have mercy. I look at Rose sometimes, if she don't mind me talking about it. And I hear her singing up here. Everybody couldn't stand that test that God done put on that child. Most people would stay home and feel sorry for themselves. Higher! But she keeps on, and I see her, oh God, she don't know how I admire. Because I said, wonder who else in this church could stand that test. And get up here and sing. And I see her sometimes just stand there, and I know she can't see, and I see her turn, I can't see good, and I see her turn a little way like she can't see at all. Honey, people in your shoes would have gave God up a long time ago. But something in you, God knew you was going to be like that today. Lord have mercy. Say, if you're fearful and you don't have no faith, you go on back, because you don't know what I'm going to put on you, because I got a mighty work for you. All right, she don't need those eyes anyhow down here. Because when we get up there, God's got some brand new eyes for us. My God. These old bodies is lame and hurting in different places. But God's got a mansion for us. I mean another body. Look just like Mama. Look just like Stanley. Look like you. It's sitting in the heavens right now. And we got a Father up there. The Lord Jesus making intercession for us. Telling us we can make it. You know, a lot of people would feel sorry for themselves and stayed home. And we sit up here maybe and somebody talk about us. I see her, she steps up there and she sings. From the depths of her heart. You can't get some of y'all to sing that got two good eyes and everything else. It's something, honey, what God got for you. You don't know what God's going to put on you.
That's right.
You don't know what you might have to go through. So if you're already fearful and already full of fear and everything, go on back, because you're not going to make it.
That's right.
That's why some of them left. They're scared of the talk that was put out. I can't stand to be talked about like that. People tell you all kind of things. Them people over there, they doing everything. They're lying. You know what you're doing. And you know who you believe in. You know you believe that God, the eternal spirit, God, Jehovah, Jireh, Shammah, Shikanu, Rohi. You know that God, the devil knows it's one God and he trembles. He trembles.